Peace was good. Welcome to another installment of my CD collection. This is part 38. It's been about maybe like 2 weeks since I've done a CD collection video. Give me 1 second. Just log out of Facebook. Alright, cool. Yeah, this is part 38. Show you guys the CDs that I had. I haven't bought any CDs in a while, but this is like still from the CD haul that I did about 2 months ago. So I still got CDs from that too. Plus I got CDs I ordered online and shit like that. Alright. Show you guys this. Alright. First song of the video that I'm gonna show you guys is Davina Vegetable, released in 1998. I don't know too much about Davina. I know that she was a singer from I believe Detroit. She only came out with one single, I believe. I believe it was Coming For You, I believe it was a single. I Can't Help It, I believe too as well. How I know about Davina is because she has a song with Raekwon that they had a video for back in the day, and that's how I know about her. And then anything with Loud Records, you know, and this is off Loud Records, so anything Loud Records puts out, I'm definitely picking up, because Loud Records is actually one of my favorite record labels, because they put out nothing but quality. So yeah, Davina, Best of Both Worlds, released in 1998. Very good album. I highly recommend picking it up. Alright. Then we got Pharcyde's second album, Labcabincalifornia, released in 1995. Yeah, everybody should know about this fucking album, especially if you're a J Dilla fan. No, excuse me, JD. Because there's a difference between J Dilla and JD. JD is like more of the more smoother, more, I don't know, dreams, like production wise, like the more dreamy sound, in a sense. J Dilla is like more the more experimental, more abstract sound and stuff like that. So yeah, production is mostly done by JD, Pharcyde, and you know, Diamond D, he produced the track here too. Singles off this album are Running and Drop, and I believe those are the only 2 singles off this album. But yeah, and I believe Why was a single too. I'm not sure. Splatatorium as well, I believe. But yeah, fucking sick album, man. Yeah, this is a classic album. Lots of this album. Yeah, Labcabincalifornia by Pharcyde, released in 1995. Very dope. Then we got Ghostface Killah's album. Supreme Clientele, Both Wallets, Pretty Tony. So this would be his 5th album, Fishscale, released in 2006. Yeah, it's 3 years after Pretty Tony, which that album I didn't really care for. I definitely have to do a review on that album. I believe the singles off this album are, I believe Shaky Dog was a single, 9mm featuring Wu-Tang, I believe that was a single as well. I believe that's it. I believe those are the only singles of this album. Yeah, glad to own this album. Definitely be doing reviews on these albums. This is Ghostface Killah's 5th album, Fishscale, released in 2006. Yeah, 2006. Excuse me. Then we got Masta Killah's second album, Made in Brooklyn, released in 2006. This is 2 years after his first album, No Set Date, that came out back in 2004. I don't have it in my collection. I definitely have to pick that album up. But yeah, this album pretty left off from the first album. Yeah, I believe the singles of this album are I want to say Iron God Chamber was a single, and Ringing Bells, but they don't have videos for these songs, so you know. But these are like based on like underground singles and stuff like that. This is off Nature Sound Records. But yeah, everybody who knows Masta Killah, it was about freaking time that he put out an album, because I had to order the Wu-Tang, like main Wu-Tang members, because there's a shitload of Wu affiliates and all that, but the main 9 that's still, well, 8 now, because Ghostface Killah died and shit. Regardless, so He was like the last of the bunch to release an album because Method Man put out 3 albums by then. Inspector Deck, You God, all them cats put out albums, but he was like the last side of the bunch to put out an album. So better late than never. But yeah, Masta Killa, Made in Brooklyn, released in 2006. Then we got Brand Nubian's first album, One For All, released in 1990. Brand Nubian is, I'm not gonna get into who they are. This is their first song, their introduction to the game. Singles off this album, All For One, fucking love that song. Feels So Good. Yeah, sorry about that, that's my phone. Feels So Good. Wake Up, fucking love that song, very dope. Slow Down was a single, and I believe Brand Nubian was a single as well. Yeah, Brand Nubian was a single. It was like, I think Brand Nubian was like the first single that they put out. Excuse me 1 second.
They make hair stand up on the backs of next affairs who blow up fish markets and got various targets. Sweeper shit on the car. I move stuff through the chicken heads without and the elders.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so I believe Brand Nubian was like their first single that they put out. Glad to own this album. Yeah, Brand Nubian, One For All, released in 1990. Then we got K.M.D's first album, Mr. Hood, released in 1991. Alright, Mr. Hood. The K.M.D group, which consists of Zelblok X, also known as MF Doom, as he's known as nowadays. Sub Rock, God rest his soul. He died back in I believe he died in a car accident back in like 93, 94, stuff like that. I believe the singles off this album are Peach Fuzz. There is a video for that, and I want to say Nitty Gritty featuring Brand Nubian, but I don't believe there was a single. There was a video for that, but I believe that was a single too. That was like more of an underground single. But yeah, K.M.D, Mr. Hood. Glad to own this album. I believe this album was long out of print too, because I believe they re-released it. I think back in like 2009, back in the 2000s they released it. Don't remember what date exactly, but if I'm not mistaken, they had re-released it. Because I know they re-released Black Bastard, which I do need to get my hands on, but don't have that in my collection. But yeah, fucking dope. Glad to own this shit. Mr. Hood by K.M.D, released in 1971. Let's see what much time I got left. I still got time. Alright. Then we got Pharcyde's first album, Bizarre Ride 2. The Pharcyde released in 1992. Everyone know who Pharcyde is. I just showed you guys their second album. This is their first album. Known for singles that like can't even tell. I believe For Better For Worse was a single. Your Mama. Pass Me By was a single. Other Fish was a single. I believe this album had like 4 singles, but yeah, very, very dope album. Glad to own this album. Pharcyde, Bizarre Ride 2. The Pharcyde released in 1992. Alright. Excuse me. Then we got Poppa Wu, Vision of the 10th Chamber, released in 2000. Now, just to clarify something, Poppa Wu is not rapping, so I just want you. I don't want people to be scared. Like when they see Poppa Wu, they think he's rapping. He's not. I thought so too. I'm like, yo, why we like? What does he have to like? I didn't know he rapped. I mean, this is back in like 2000 when this came out. But because when I first seen this album back in the day, I didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? I knew about Wu-Tang, but I didn't really know about Poppa Wu like that until like I realized he was like the eldersman of the Wu-Tang. He's the people he's like the mentor of the group and shit like that. You know what I mean? But this album is pretty much a joint that he put together himself. He got like a whole bunch of Wu affiliates, put them on, and he put them on this album, and that's what you get out of this album. But yeah, glad to own this album. This album is actually out of print. but you should get it for dumb cheap online. So yeah, Poppa versus the 10th Chamber, released in 2000. Pick it up if you can find it. Then we got Telecoil for aka Reflection Eternal, Train of Thought, released in 2000. Telecoil, DJ Hi-Tek, fucking dope group. They know for their affiliation with Mood, the group from Cincinnati. The DJ Hi-Tek's old group is where both of these guys got their start, believe it or not. Telecoil as well, cause he used to roll with them back in the day. Yeah, this is their first time together. Yeah, fucking glad to own this album. Singles I was known for is Move Something and The Blast, I believe is a single as well. I could be missing another one, but I know those are the two singles that I know. Move Something and The Blast featuring Davina Vegetable. Fucking love that lady, Davina Vegetable. I wish she came out with an album, but you know, there's a dope interview that she did back in 2012. Fucking sick. But yeah, you know, she just talks about why she left the game and stuff like that. Like, you know, she doesn't like how what the game is going through right now. You know, shit like that. But yeah, Reflection Eternal, Train of Thought, Telecoil, and DJ Hi-Tek or Hi-Tek, released in 2000. Glad to own this album. Then we got Ali Shaheed Mohamed's album, Shaheedullah and Stereotypes, released in 2004. He's not rapping. I don't want people to think he's rapping. It's just him having people like you know, rapping over his beats or singing, because there's not really a lot of rapping. But this song was like mostly instrumentals, you know what I mean? So yeah, glad to own this album. Definitely doing a review on this album. Stay tuned for that. This album was actually out of print too, but you can get it for cheap, for mad cheap. Then we got N.W.A's Straight Outta Compton. This is their first album, released in 1988. This album is definitely a I wouldn't say trend. Yeah, I guess a trendsetter, I guess, because you know, it's ahead of its time at the time. You know, as far as like the subject matter wasn't new, but it was new at the same time because it was the way it was so graphic. You know what I mean? So yeah, and certain things that they talked about. You know, so. Yeah, so I guess you could say it's more of a trendsetter album. Definitely opened doors for a lot of people. But yeah, very, very dope. Known for singles like Straight Outta Compton, Express Yourself, and Gangsta. But Gangsta was like more of a underground single. But you know, it's very popular too. But yeah, N.W.A. Straight Outta Compton, released in 1980. Very dope album. Pick it up. We got EPMD's first album, Strictly Business, released in 1988. This is the reissue album that came out last year, 2013. So it got bonus tracks, you know what I mean? Singles album is known for You Got to Chill. I believe It's My Thing was a single too. And I believe that's it. But You Got to Chill was definitely like the biggest single of the album. EPMD, you know, fucking, excuse me, you know, it consists of two members, EPMD and Paris Smith, and then eventually DJ Scratch later on, you know what I mean? But yeah, EPMD, Strictly Business, first album, released in 1988, pick it up. Too much time I got left. Still got time. Alright. Then we got Big Pooh of Little Brother, was his debut album Sleepers, released in 2004. Glad to own this album. Yeah, his first album by himself. Yeah, I'm glad to own this album. The singles off this album are, you know what? I don't even know, to be honest with you. I really don't know the singles off this album. I want to say Just Friends or is the single. I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. Somebody please fill me in the comments box. I know all my heads, all my subscribers, y'all hip hop heads too. There's certain, like, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I know a lot. I'll say it like that, but I know there's always gonna be people that's gonna know more than you. You know what I mean? But yeah, glad to own this album. Sleepers by Big Pooh of Little Brother, released in 2004. I believe this is actually out of print as well, but you can get it for cheap too. Then we got the UN, You Were Out. I already showed this to my one of my CD collections, but the one I showed you was the re-release version, reissued version. This is the OG copy. I don't know if you can tell there is a difference. There is a difference, believe it or not. The lettering on the OG copy is red, and in the reissue it's blue. It's like a sky, not like kind of like a celeste blue, and the packaging is different. You see, this is like the original jewel case. The other one has like a more cardboard. Excuse me, has like a more cardboard feel to it as far as like the packaging. So it's not the jewel case like this one. It's like a cardboard type of material that it comes with. But yeah, glad to own this album. This album is highly sought after, especially the OG copy. Good luck finding it because it's out of print and it goes for a lot of money. But I got lucky and found this shit. I got this for like $1.50. I mean, out of all things. But yeah, how I found it, yeah, I fucking can't believe myself sometimes. But yeah, glad to own this album. Yeah, pick this album up if you can find it. If you can't find this OG copy, you can get the original. I mean, you got the reissue copy at on undergroundhiphop.com. Definitely pick it up. Then we got Boogie Down Productions' last album together, Section Violence, released in 1992. Glad to own this album. Been looking for this album for years. I could have bought it years ago, but I just never got around picking it up. But yeah, singles off this album are Dirty and Good, fucking dope song, very dope concept. We In There was a single, Duck Down was a single, and I believe that's it. I believe it was the only singles off the album. Yeah, Duck Down, We In There, and Dirty and Good. Very, very dope songs. Glad to own this album. Very dope. We'll definitely be doing a review on this album. Yeah. Building Boogie Down Productions, Sex and Violence, released in 1992. Pick it up. I believe that album's actually out of print too, but you get it for cheap online, alright? Then we got Public Enemy's, I believe it's their fifth album, Music and Our Message. It took me a long time to really figure out what that shit said, because I was trying to figure that out, but then I heard somebody else said it. I was like, oh, okay, I kind of figured that's what it sounded like. But yeah, Music and Our Message, released in 1994. Everybody who knows who Public Enemy is, I'm not gonna get into who they are. If you wanna know who they are, go check my my Fear of a Black Planet album review that I did like a couple years ago. But yeah, anyways, yeah, this is their fifth album. You guys should know who Public Enemy is. I'm not gonna get what they're about. Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Terminator X, cats like that. No, I think Terminator X, he left it by like, I think 1991. No, I'm sorry. No, he was still with them, I'm sorry. But yeah, singles off this album are, I believe, So What You Gonna Do was a single. Give It Up was a single as well. And I believe Live and Undrugged Part 1 and 2, I believe was a single as well. And I believe that's it, man. But yeah, I'm glad to own this album. Been looking for this album for years. Glad to own it. This is Music and Our Message by Public Enemy, released in 1994. Pick it up. I believe this is actually out of print too, but you can get it for cheap online and shit like that. Glad to own this album. Alright, Poppa Do, The Final Hour, released in 1996. I don't know too much about Poppa Do, but I know he's a West Coast MC. I believe he's from Cali. I want to say maybe like from Oakland or something. I'm not sure. Somebody fill me in about Poppa Do. But the only reason I know about Poppa Do is because he made a song with Smith and Wesson called "Bring It On Your Ass," which is on this album, and fucking sick album, fucking sick beat. Love that song. I knew about that song off the mixtape that they Duck Down Records had put out. Believe the beat miners put it out themselves. It's called Search and Recover, which is pretty much songs that unreleased songs. You know what I mean? Like hard to find songs and remixes that they did. Like everybody from the Boot Camp Clique did, like from the '90s to the 2000s and stuff like that. As well as like collab, like not so common collaborations and stuff like that. And that song "Bringing On Your Ass" featuring Smith & Wesson with Poppa was actually one of those songs. It was on Search and Recover Part 1, which came out in 2005, but I know that's long out of print. So, but yeah, glad to own this album. Glad to own it. Picked it up. Got it for like, I think like $4.99 or some shit like that. But yeah, the final album by Poppa released in 1996. I don't have his first album. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called The Saga Continues, which came out in '94. I don't have that in my collection. I definitely gotta pick that album up. Alright. Yeah. Then last but not least is Mr. Len of Company Flow or Co-Flow group that consists of Mr. Len himself, LP, everybody knows what LP is, and Big Just, I believe, and those are the three members of Company Flow. Yeah, Mr. Len, he was also the producer of the group as well. He made beats too, fucking dope beats. This is like his solo album of songs that it's a producer album, so it's like beats that he gave to other MCs to rap over, and then you got this album right here. Fucking sick album. I believe the single of this album is This One featuring the Juggernauts. Fucking that beat for that shit is so ill. Fucking love that shit. Glad to own this shit. Mr. Len Pity The Fool, released in 2001. That's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.